Hey guys, Dave from Nerdarchy, for nerds, by nerds, hang out with this nerd.
I'm Ted.
Today we are going to do another Netflix original character, Purple Man, A.K.A. Kilgrave.
If you want to learn how to game with Nerdarchy or get weekly gaming tips, jump down the description below and sign up for Nerdarchy the newsletter.
So we had a request to D&Dized Kilgrave, also known as the Purple Man. Which, from Jessica Jones, he loses the Purple Man aspect. It's just Kilgrave.
But every once in a while, they put him in like a purple shirt or a purple suit jacket.
Yes.
This is kind of an homage to where he came from.
Yeah, he used to be purple in Marvel Comics,
right.
and really a B-lister, villain when I was reading comics.
Right.
Matter of fact, one of the comic books that I read a lot was Alpha Flight, the Canadian superhero team, which they had like the junior team, and his daughter, Purple Girl, later Persuasion, was on that team.
Okay. See, I knew a little bit about Alpha Flight, but the whole great part about Jessica Jones is I don't know any of this stuff. Like, I don't know who Kilgrave was, yeah. Purple Man, Power Man.
Well, they really did an excellent job of making this a villain you really, really hate.
They did.
He's a bastard. So now the trick is, how do we make this bastard a bastard in D&D?
Well, he's a challenge because, most of his stuff that he does, it's just, I say it and it happens. Or I say it and you do it. So to me, that speaks to the class of old, which we don't have in 5th edition yet. And he's a psionicist.
He's a psionicist, yeah.
He's a mentalist. He's a, however you want to say it, he's got mind powers.
He's human?
Yes.
Okay.
I got no problems with him being human.
We have that. Right. So we'll just start off with the easy ones first. He's human. Now the question is, what background?
I would lean towards his high and mighty attitude, and I would say he's noble. He carries himself that way. He gets whatever he wants. If push came to shove, that's my vote. Noble.
Interesting. So it kind of works but he's not really a noble. Like, he kind of tries to live that way and does live that way, and because of his powers, he can walk into a place and go, you know what, they'll treat him like royalty. So you know what, for this case and instance, I was leaning towards Charlton, but I think I like noble just because by extension of him having
the power,
he can kind of do what he does.
Right.
So let's go with noble. I like that one. It's working for me. You guys will probably disagree. That's okay. Now class.
All right. Well, we don't have psionicists.
We don't.
So if we're looking at our 5th edition handbook, we have to go with something that has raw power, the ability to infect other people's minds with stuff. So I would have to lean towards sorcerer.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was also kind of thinking about bard too.
I would see bard as a secondary possibility.
Like reskinning it a lot, because a lot of the bard spells are going to be about influencing people. A lot of the bard abilities kind of fall under that same domain. College of Lore, you can actually access other spells that you might not be able to get. The fact that you get expertise, like you could take expertise in deception and persuasion, and intimidation and things like that, which would make you more effective at making people do what you want through your skills. But the only thing that really appeals to me with the sorcerer is actually the use of sorcery points in order to twin spells and enhance spells, because you could make you could use charm person on more than one person at a time. There's some things.
Could he possibly be both?
Yes, because
could he be a sorcerer bard?
He could absolutely.
They both focus off of charisma.
They both focus off of charisma. This character is highly charismatic. He could be just high enough in bard to get the expertise. It's all you really need from that class, I feel. The other stuff are okay. and then you can really take sorcerer. You're going to get the higher spell slots, which are actually probably a little bit more important than the actual higher spells. Because like things like suggestion and stuff like that are like third level.
Suggestion is what you're really looking for.
Is that a spell in 5th edition?
You know what?
Or because I know suggestion you can pump it up and it makes the duration last longer, like up to 8 hours.
Suggestion, yep.
What level is mass suggestions?
6th.
6th level. So what level caster do you have to be for that? That's a 7th, 9th, 11th level.
I want to say, yeah. Oh, of course I go to Warlock.
Yeah. I want to say 11th level. Yeah, okay. See, I do know some of this shit. So
I can only memorize so much.
yeah. So you could easily do, a couple levels of Bard, get the expertise, get things like, what is it? Not cutting words. It's one of my favorite cantrips in the whole game. Because you basically just talk.
Vicious Mockery?
Vicious Mockery.
It is great.
Yeah, I love that. So, so like 2 levels of Bard, 18 levels of Sorcerer. Well, he might not actually be a 20th level character, so. But still, like, 13th level, absolutely. We get Mass Suggestion. He's actually a 13th level caster. And that would actually pump him up to the next...
that would give him...
7th level slot.
7th levels, yep.
So, and actually, I don't know. Well, I guess you can up those spells as well. You just don't have as many of them to play with.
Right.
So, and you get a bunch of sorcery points. You're able to twin things like suggestion.
All right. So if he's not going more than 2 levels of Bard, he doesn't really get the college, or do they get that earlier?
No, they don't. You don't really get it.
So if he's going sorcerer, he's certainly not a dragon sorcerer.
No.
Is he chaos?
No, because he controls what he does, and he's not storm either. He needs his own.
So what would he be? Like not
Mind Flayer. He's got an Illithid heritage.
Okay.
We'd have to make it up.
Well, I mean, we're not going to make it up here, but it's something to
maybe in one of our Patreon rewards we can do the Illithid heritage sorcerer. Yeah, we could do that. Blowline.
There you go.
Thing. Majig. Caller. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you like to see us do that one for our patrons? Let us know in the comments below. While you're at it, like, share, and subscribe.
You can hang out with us over on Facebook.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.